Okay, guys, excuse my sniffling and or weird voice because I'm kind of sick. But anyway, I just went on a 4-day trip to Colorado. 2 of those days were taken up driving, and it's like a 10-hour trip there and then a 10-hour trip back. And so in that 10 hours on the way back, I watched The Witcher. Now, The Witcher is actually a pretty good show, and I'm not going to talk about the show like in its entirety. I'm going to talk about the finale because the finale ticked me off so much that I had to make a video. I was like, I'm probably not going to review this show, but it ticked me off so much. So I'm going to express that. But first off, the first 7 episodes are actually really entertaining and really good. There was like one in there that seemed kind of pointless, but it was like, yeah, okay, so this is a pretty solid show. I like it. Henry Cavill's amazing, all that. But in this last episode, we've been following like these mages or witches, and of course The Witcher. And The Witcher is like the main character because that's what it's about. That's the title of the show. It's The Witcher. So what happens in this show, or what happens in this finale? Well, in the 7th episode, the episode before the finale, he saves this guy from a bunch of zombies, and then it ends, and then so the next episode, he's like still fighting the zombies, and then he gets bit. And he's like, well, I guess this is the end. This is how I die. It was a horrible ending. So within 3 minutes, we're told that he's dead, and it's like, but this is the finale, and I also know he's not dead because they said there's going to be another season, and he's the main character. But then he doesn't even show up, like, for 3/4 of the entire finale. And the only reason, among other, like, there's others, but the main reason I like watching the other episodes was because, it was Henry Cavill being awesome. And just, like, all the fight scenes are so cool. And most of the cool fight scenes are with him in it. And so so now we're just following these mages who I don't really care about that much at all. And so they're like trying to protect this castle, and I'm like, okay, there's like waves of troops and stuff coming in to attack this castle, and I'm like, all right, so when is the Witcher gonna come in and just like start helping these witches out and just slaughtering all these guys? Because it's just gonna be so cool. But then like the first half of the show or episode, they're just going to the castle and they're just getting ready, and it's so incredibly boring. And it's like 56 minutes long or something like that. And it's so boring. I'm not saying that every single episode of a show needs to be just action-packed to the brim. And I also like episodes that are slow and like build character and build the world and build the story. But this is the season finale, and it needs to end on something that gives me a good taste in my mouth. And this doesn't. It's just so boring. And then, but finally, they just start fighting. They start sending in waves, and then the witches start fighting all these guys. But then the witches just instantly, they all die. Like, they just die. Because I guess they're just not super powerful. And the only powerful people are the main witch and the main bad witch. And then everyone in between is just like, they can't do it. They just die. They're just dead. And I'm like, okay, bring the witch. But oh my gosh. So halfway through the show, through the episode, we finally see the Witcher again, and surprise, he's alive. He didn't actually die because, he's the Witcher, because his heartbeat is slower, I guess. I don't know. But he's just on this wagon, and it just keeps going to, like, flashbacks of his past, and, like, all right, so we're developing the character, sure, but I want to see him kick some butt in the last episode. I don't want to see him riding in a wagon the entire finale of this season. And he literally does not stand up until the last 3 minutes of the show. He stands up and kills some zombies in the first 3 minutes, and then he stands up and finds a girl in the last 1 minute. Everything in between, he's just riding on a wagon. And then everything else that's going on is just these witches fighting this army, and they're not really even doing anything cool. Oh my gosh, it's so incredibly boring. And especially watching all the other episodes that are just like super exciting and action-packed, and it's just so tonally off. And the fact that it's not based around our main character, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel like the finale of this first season. I was waiting for that moment. I was like, all right, the Witcher's gonna get better. He's gonna be like, I need to go into the fight. But then he never does. And then, like, eventually I realized that. I was like, okay, there's 17 minutes left. Is he gonna be able, and he's still in this wagon, and he still can't walk, and he's still injured, and he's still having these weird vision things or whatever. And then the last 5 minutes come, and I'm like, all right, he's finally walking now. But there's nothing left to do, because 2 of those 5 minutes are the credits. And I'm like, come on, man. Oh my gosh. And then it ends, and it's like, Season 2. I guess we get to see how the battle ends in Season 2. Because the battle doesn't even freaking end. Oh my gosh, it's the finale of The Witcher is so incredibly boring and so incredibly disappointing. The rest of the show's great, though. I recommend checking it out. Go check it out, but the last episode's like, bye.